Hello and welcome to another episode of Ask AdWords. I'm Patrick.
And I'm Amanda.
And here we answer your questions over social media using the hashtag AskAdWords, so definitely send them our way. And today we have a question from a Twitter user who asks Amanda, how is ECPC different from Conversion Optimizer?
Great question. So for those of you who don't know, ECPC stands for Enhanced Cost Per Click. Enhanced Cost Per Click and Conversion Optimizer are two advanced bidding strategies that we use with our feature called Conversion Tracking. Conversion Tracking is a feature in AdWords where you can set it up on your website for AdWords to track the amount of leads or sales or any action on your website that you want us to track using that information. And it tells you specifically if those leads or actions, the ones that are generated from AdWords clicks. So let's talk about the difference between ECPC and Conversion Optimizer. With Enhanced Cost Per Click, the system has the flexibility to increase or decrease your bids by up to 30%. It uses the conversion data to see which keywords are more likely to lead to a conversion or see which keywords are less likely to lead to a conversion. So it's going to bid higher on the keywords that are, more likely and may bid a little bit lower on the keywords that are less likely to convert. With Conversion Optimizer, you actually use what we call a CPA, or a cost per acquisition. So basically, a cost per acquisition, which Patrick's going to dive into a little bit more in a few minutes, is you set a price that you're willing to pay for someone to convert on your website. So with Conversion Optimizer, you do not have to set a maximum cost per click. That's one of the primary differences. And Patrick, I'll kind of let you deep dive into the differences of CPA and how that works with Conversion Optimizer.
Sure. And guys, really here, the most important thing to remember is that Conversion Optimizer is a more advanced bidding strategy, and it does require a long and robust conversion tracking history to truly be successful. Kind of like how Amanda hinted at, the most important difference between the two Enhanced CPC and Conversion Optimizer is going to be that Conversion Optimizer doesn't require you to set a max cost per click bid. It actually is going to be working on a cost per acquisition model where you basically tell the computer how much are you willing to pay to either acquire a customer or to actually have a sale. And from there, Conversion Optimizer is going to take that number, it's going to look at your conversion history, and the system will actually determine what your max cost per click bid needs to be to actually acquire that customer. So it's inherently different. And it's a completely different bidding strategy, whereas Enhanced Cost Per Click is going to kind of coexist with whatever max bids you already have entered. So there's some key differences there. And again, it really is for people who have a longer history with conversion tracking, because that's going to be the most crucial piece here.
Right. Another thing you'll notice is that if you're using conversion tracking, it does take a while. You do need to generate a little bit of traffic before you even have the option to use Conversion Optimizer or Enhanced Cost Per Click. So if you kind of are wondering, how do I know when I have enough data or what's considered a long and robust history, the system will actually tell you that. And we don't do that to restrict it. We do that so that you have enough data and that the bids are being set accurately. So great point, Patrick. I'm glad we covered that. Thank you so much for your question, and thank you guys again for tuning in to our episode of Ask AdWords. Remember, if you have any questions, feel free to submit them via social media using the hashtag AskAdWords, and we'll look forward to chatting with you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.
I'll be showing up on the side of the page those top 3 ad slots. Now, the way you can really make sure that your bids are very strategic in this matter is going to be adding additional columns to the data on your Keywords tab. So what you're going to want to do is you want to go to the columns drop-down
to see which days you perform the best or which devices you perform the best on. That's going to give you the best insight to where you want to increase and decrease. But otherwise, thank you so much for your question, Twitter user. We are going to close out for today. Thank you for tuning in.